217 Recovery Podcast.
If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn.
With your host, Cori Winfield.
Like, oh my gosh, I'm going into a place and there could be people like talking to walls, and there was some of that. But it was still pretty cool.
Co-host, Marney Winfield.
And if they don't get that sincere messaging, then they're not going to have that conversation on a level where maybe you can get through to them.
And special guest, Cori Smoker.
I don't want to hear the here over here, but then I know what you're skipping down the street over there doing, you know?
Got your ass.
It is the 30th of January, 2026, the first podcast of the new year. Welcome. I've been busy. Got stuff going on, man. Cori Smoker, Marney Winfield.
Woo!
In the studio today.
We all finally made it in one room together.
I know.
Yeah,
It's been a minute.
It's been a while. It's been forever almost. I think the last podcast we did was the 7-year anniversary. That was December 15th.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
Wow.
So I was like, we got to get one in
Are you
before
sure?
January ends. Yes, I'm
I
positive.
feel like there was that one that you're trying to make me the special host. Was that before that or after?
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. It could have been this morning. I have no idea. I
But
don't
we're
remember.
here now.
Yes. Yep. And it's going well. And I was thinking about the podcast and what I used to use it for. And man, it helped, to get stuff off my chest. And lately, the reason why I kind of haven't been doing podcasts, because I've just been afraid that I'm going to take the stuff that's just going on, the stuff that I'm too close to, and just like, and I don't want to use this as like a platform to do like that, So it's just like kind of important to get back to having fun again and to doing this podcast. And I think of topics tons throughout the day. I'm like, maybe we should do a podcast about that. And I think it's good that you guys are sitting down and we're actually going to do one today, or actually doing one right now. But one thing I want to talk to you guys about is AI and how it runs your life, because I can see how many emails that I get that just come, and I'm just like, AI wrote that. And then I feel like, because my vocabulary and attitude, I guess, whatever you want to say, isn't the best. So like I'll type it out like, oh, here's what I would say back, boom, and I'll throw it into some AI, and it'll kick back the same thing pretty much that was sent to me. So I'm like, oh, okay, so I know someone used AI to send this to me, and it's using AI. So we're pretty much just using AI to say hello to each other, which seems kind of weird.
But I don't know, because you're typing in there what you want it to say. AI is just formatting it in a better language.
Yeah, taking out cuss words and stuff.
There are some times where I think that it can skew the message some if you don't look it back over. You know what I mean? Like there's wording and stuff that gets put in automatically that, isn't really exactly what I wanted it to say. Like, for me, so I always, if I ever use it, which I do use it, not often, not probably as often as my husband, but I do use it. It's kind of more when I want it to be like more clear and concise instead of like being all over the place.
Yeah.
Because I kind of always know what I'm going to say and how I want to say it. It's just like wanting to make sure that I'm not like repeating myself or, have it be confusing. So I think I feel that I'm fairly well spoken and like my vocabulary, whatever you want to call it. But I don't want to sound like, I don't try to use like huge big words to like sound cool. And so when I think lots of times when I put it in like ChatGPT or whatever, as long as I review it and make sure like what's there is what I really want to say, then yeah, I'm all for it. It's the bottom line.
Yeah, I noticed it's AI, and you hit on this morning too, it's how you give it direction and what you tell it to do and what you put in there. I think I'm horrible at this stuff. I was trying to chat with my sister the other day in a text chat, and man, it was horrible. And then I kind of put two and two together, and like when I do that with ChatGPT or the other whatever stuff, it's horrible. And then I started thinking, like, this is why people don't understand what I say. It's because this is probably what I really sound like, like ChatGPT can't even get it out. I don't even know how people listen to this. Is that what I really sound like?
Well, sometimes it's like we're covering 3 things in one sentence. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what am I supposed to do?
Or you don't respond for the last 3 text questions, and then you respond to the first one, but you're not really sure what the response is for. You tend to do that. That has nothing to do with AI, though. That has to do with you paying attention to,
I know that's what I'm saying.
to what comes in.
My AI fights with me. Like, it's like, seriously, this is the 5th time I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm like, but what?
Hold on.
Like, you're fighting with me? Like, AI fighting with me? Maybe this is how I talk to my employees. Like, is this the directions I give to everybody? Does everybody want to fight me? Like, this is bad.
Knock, knock, knock. I got a mental condition.
Obviously.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Did we tell that story yet?
No.
I don't think
Is that
so.
going to be your section of the podcast episode, Cori?
She tells it the best, even though it's funny because she wasn't even there, but she tells it the best.
Yeah, we'll let you tell that.
I don't know, but I'm about died. And now I'm sitting here like I'm on the spotlight docket right now because both of you looking at me, but you two can't look at each other.
Well, rewind. It's fine. I can compliment the story in terms of what actually happened, but all of this has to do, and why this is getting brought up now, is all this has to do with like Cori and his attention span, pretty much, is what this has to do with, basically.
Obviously.
Yeah. No, I'll let you guys tell it, or let Cori tell the story.
Well, I just get told the story, so I just tell it. There's only the one piece, but so if you just close your eyes and picture this, Marney has Cori go with her to the police station because she needs to report damage to her car that happened in a parking lot. Well, so I'm not sure where. Because sometimes Cori, I see him sitting in the car and waiting, and then sometimes he's going in. Where he thought that going in was maybe a good idea, but today Cori decided he was going to go in and support his wife. And I was like, that's amazing. So I'm like sitting here thinking of Cori sitting in the jail or police department, and now you see his legs shaking. And then he's looking around and he can only see like 3 things on the wall. So he's definitely not reading them because now he just wants to tear every one of them apart. And he's in public with his wife.
No.
So Cori's getting anxious because now his head's running 8 miles a minute and he's got 20 things to do. He just doesn't know which one we're going to do. And so he goes up to the window where the little officer's working behind the window with the little metal circle you talk through. And he's like, is anyone coming? Like, I mean, are they walking up here? Like, they on their way here? Someone's coming, right? So I got a mental condition.
I don't know if I said it all mean like that. I think
It was pretty. You were pretty.
You were pretty
stern.
probably to the
it
point.
was pretty.
I was pretty assertive. Yes, I was pretty assertive. Because
you weren't
look,
saying
man,
it
But
my
I
voice.
think we had waited. We had maybe waited about, I would say it was less than 10 minutes. It was probably like 8 or 9 minutes. But I think what threw him off was I had called the police station and they had said, you need come in, just say your name at the whatever, we'll let you in, and then we'll send an officer up to look at your car. So that made it sound like, we know you're coming and this is what's going to happen, and it's going to be like bing, bang, boom, kind of like what she said.
Yeah.
Not like, oh, you come here and then wait and then we'll send it off or see who's available. So that was a little misleading, I will say.
Well, and it's probably because, right, they tell people to call and come up there. Well, you don't know when they're coming.
Yeah. Well, she had said, like, you can come up here now. And I was like, great, I'm in town, so I'll be on my way. Good, sounds good. And then it was just... And don't get me wrong, it was an awkward place. There was probably some trauma response there, like being in that whole area, like not that it's a jail, but it has that very kind of
There's just that anxiety.
feeling.
Like, I get it every time I pull into the Sally port and they shut the door behind me. And I'm like, are they going to let me out? No, they're like, come on, you can come in. No, I'm good. Right here.
And not my finest moment, but, we're getting some things checked out because there's a lot of things that make sense if something else. I don't know.
You did it yesterday, too, when we went with the tax person.
You told her you have a mental condition?
No, he didn't. He was just sitting. We were sitting, and our appointment was at 3:30. I told him that we would be there at 3:45 because I thought I had a Zoom that was going to last until 3:30. So I was like, "Is it okay if we get there at 3:45?" He's like, "Yeah, no problem."
She tells everybody the guy driving the car to get there at 3:30.
No, and then I texted the guy, and I said, literally, I was like, "Just kidding. My 2:30 canceled, so we will be there on time." And he wrote back with a thumbs up. I'm like, "Great, 3:30, back on for 3:30." So we get there at literally 3:31. We were scotch late and walk in, and she's like, "You can go in the conference room and wait for him." So we go in there and we wait for him until it was 3:45, and he's just like, "Well, I'm gonna," and I'm like, he's like, "Oh, that's right, I can't leave because we drove here together." He was about ready to he wanted to go because he wasn't in the room yet.
There's things going on. Working on some things at work that was pretty important that I need to get done. There's a deadline for that. And
meeting with the tax person about the taxes for the business isn't relative at all.
No. So it's like, man.
It's just this, and we all default of it, right? It's just it's the key of patience. I know.
It might be deeper than that.
Well, and it could be.
Yeah,
but
it could be hereditary. Who knows?
I know for me though, my patience, I don't have a lot of patience. I've had to learn. You learn. It's something you learn, especially as being parents. Your patience will grow.
In situations, I think. And speaking of being parents and all that stuff, Marney, it's been so long since you've been on the podcast, really, that you've talked about how it feels being a mama, a little boy.
Oh, man.
He's, 19 months old?
20.
20 months old.
You don't know?
Yes, he is. 20 months old.
Yeah, he's 20 months old. He's a handful. He's amazing, and I love every minute of it. Yeah, he's not. There are just things that are particular to each child's different. He's not a very consistent eater, so that's frustrating because as a parent, we need to make sure that we're making sure they're being fed, and if they don't eat one thing, then you try something else. So now I'm
making
compensating,
things.
making all these things, hoping that he'll consume one of them.
You make a plate for yourself and start eating.
But here's where the patience things comes in is default is those cut up peaches or pears,
Yeah.
And not the ones in goo, not in sugar, but just in the fruit juice.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I would opt for fresh fruit over anything. He'll do grapes and blueberries, but sometimes he's just spent on those. So get the little cups of them, and those are he loves them. He loves them. He'll eat those no matter what. Mm-hmm. But you need to be patient. You need to sit there and helps, feed him the peaches. Mm-hmm. He will not. Cori will not sit there and feed him. He will be oh, he took 2 bites and then he started grabbing them out and making a mess. And I'm like, okay, that's what he does because he's a 20-month-old baby boy.
Well, he wants to feel it, texture.
And so he just puts it away. He just stops feeding them.
Right. Or if he wants them, I'll feed it to him on a spoon, but I don't just set it out for
Yeah, but he wants them, but you need to sit there and wait for him to want them again. You don't just put them up and just leave them there and you're done.
Well, I don't just set them on the counters. I don't just set them on the table in front of him.
Put them in the high chair in the middle.
If he wants them again, he knows where they're at. He goes up to the table and starts wanting them. But not in the middle of all his toys that he just looks at and goes, throw it on the ground. That's what happens.
Anyway, no.
Well, then he just wants his peaches to go on a ride of the truck and stuff,
Yeah, he puts them in the truck.
He puts his blueberries. Yeah, it is. It's a thing.
They go for a ride.
And I just don't feel like cleaning it up because I'm the guy who has to do it. So, or Marney does too. She actually does it all. But when she's not there, I'm not letting
need
him
to
rock peaches around the house, man.
Yeah. No, he'll
He's not doing it.
I'll find like pieces of chicken and like
yeah.
his like little fish, feed the fish
Yeah.
thing, and
They went fishing.
trucks and
He's having
his
fun.
little egg basket.
Oh,
It's
he's-
really, you know what? It's you as a parent, you recognize like you let things go.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? Like there's just stuff where it's just like it's not even worth getting upset about. You know, like the carpet, like our couches and stuff, like whatever, right? I mean, it's not like we're like it's in our, you know, our dining room where we like entertain people. This is where we live, very much our living room. And
Yeah.
so like it's going to look like that.
Or that's why you see too what, like, you know, this was one thing that was really hard for Jesse when he integrated his household into mine as being a single mom, is that he was like, none of your stuff matches.
Mhm.
I'm like, well, that's because I have a toddler
Mhm.
who's you'll watch and wait, because you'll see markers and nail polish and food and popsicles and spills. And so why would I have anything brand new matching? Like I got all family hand-downed stuff because it was like, or you have blankets over it.
Right.
And
Yeah.
because you can take the blanket off a lot easier than you can take the couch cushion off when they got Cheeto fingers.
Right. Yeah. And I'm sure there's so much more to come. That's the exciting part.
Oh, yeah.
But I have realized, like, I can't give him markers or crayons even, like, because he's not there yet. Like, he doesn't even understand the whole
Wait till
top
one,
on and all of that stuff.
wait till
So.
one day when he gets your lipstick and runs away with it. And then
He loves my makeup bag. He
Mhm.
already
Yeah.
knows about taking tops off and stuff
Oh, yeah.
like that. Oh, yeah.
Michaela, one time she was in her room and she's, you know, real quiet. And next thing you know, I go in there and she's got this lipstick and she's at the back of the wall, like, you know, making her own little measuring thing.
Oh, that's cute.
Right. How do you get mad, but at the same time?
Right. Exactly.
Being a parent is really an amazing thing. And I know Marnie and I, we really appreciate and love every minute of it, as difficult as it can be. But we do have to wrap up the podcast. I did want to get in just one before the end of the year. What are you saying?
I was just saying, you guys could still do a podcast, even though I got to exit.
Well, I think everybody has to exit.
Oh, true.
Yeah, we had to pick up little boys from daycare and all that good stuff.
Hey, you know
My bad.
what?
I didn't give you the right AI producer notes.
Next time.
So we was on a time limit. Tick
Really
tock.
fast, I do want to say that I did, Michigan Works had an AI in the workforce. I took that little Zoom training on Tuesday,
Okay.
but I haven't even got to go back and like review the notes that I took from it or anything, but there was some interesting things on there.
Cool. That sounds great.
We'll have more updates. at
Well,
some
we'll need to
point.
do a couple more of these to get really everybody updated on what's going on and with everybody,
Yeah.
because there's more exciting stuff that's
Yes.
happening I
Yes.
think, in each of our lives.
Yes. And yeah, I think there's some really cool things going. So
I'm just glad that we got on here for a little bit.
For sure.
Better than nothing.
Yeah.
do that.
Something's better than nothing.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Listen to over 900 episodes on the 217 Recovery app that's free in your app store or online at 217recovery.com.